Very rightly said. So along with what we are doing in school, generating a sense of spiritualism is very, very important. And even the National Education Policy talks about igniting the sense of pride in our youth for the Indian tradition, culture, the rich heritage that we possess.
Absolutely.
And that is very, very important. Through our ways and teachings, we can do that. Now, if I talk about children who are with us, we see a lot of anger issues. We see depression. We see anxiety. We see peer pressure. And there have been episodes of post-traumatic stress disorders even in children as young as 10 years old. How can we lead him to a good, valued system?
Yeah. You know, sometimes it happens that the bunch of crows, they attack the eagle or the vulture. So in such a case, what does a vulture or eagle do? Does vulture or eagle fight back? No. The vulture or eagle flies to the new heights where crows do not fly. In this way, he transcends himself beyond the range of the crows. Right? So similarly, not all the problems in life will have solution. Sometimes we are seeking solution to all the problems, but sometimes the solution is to just transcend it. So the eagle or vulture just transcends it, flies to the new heights where the crows do not fly. Similarly, the crows of negativity, anger, depression, chaotic thinking, they attack us. But the way to deal with that is to raise our consciousness. When the consciousness is raised, problems are there, but they do not disturb us because the consciousness is raised. Mostly the problem in life is happening. Why? Because the consciousness is so low class. That's why problems appear to be big. That's why we are in Gurgaon, so there are many skyscraper buildings. So somebody may go to Cyber City and would say that, oh, well, so many skyscraper buildings. Arey, badi ऊंची buildings hai. But in case you are flying in a plane, airport is nearby, and you see same buildings, they are like matchboxes. So did the height of the building reduce? No. But our altitude increased, so that's why they appear to be small. Similarly, when the altitude of our consciousness is raised, problems would still be there. But they appear to be so insignificant. Even a spiritualist can also fall sick. Even a spiritualist can also have COVID. And we also got COVID, many of the devotees. Of course, by God's grace, I was protected. But many of the devotees they also got COVID. But they are okay. They are back to normal. So that's why problems would always be there. But what are we doing when we are not in problem? The stress would always be there. What are we doing when we are not in stress? At that time, just masti, we are having fun. Yay! Oh, champagne! Woo! And when there comes stress, how to now manage stress? So when you are not in stress, what were you doing? You were having party. I'm not against parties. What I'm saying is that when we are just absorbed in just having fun, enjoying life, but we do not work on our own selves. Then when there comes a stress, then we get into Alprex, raat ko neend nahi aati, sleepless nights, give me pills. Then this comes. So that's why we have to prepare ourselves for stress when we are not in stress. We have to prepare ourselves when we are not having any negativity. At that time, what we are doing? We do nothing actually. So that's why we have to have this spiritual genuine culture. And for that, some discipline is required. Now, before the discipline and practices come, there has to be association. Sangati. Association is something which can make us, and association is something which can break us. It's all about association. Our desires come from association. And there are people who come from simple backgrounds. When they come to cities, they drink milk. Morning and evening, they have a glass of milk. But when they come to cities, and they meet some of the taporis in the cities, they say, hey, you drink milk? Hey, bacha, drink something else. You are a spirit. Drink spirit. So when this kind of value education, this kind of values are there in the education, is downloaded, and then in this way desires change. He was not having desires when he came, such desires when he came to this place, when he came to cities. So you see, actually desires come from association. So even good desires come from association. So in case we want to reform ourselves, we have to take association. It's all about association. A water droplet falls in the mud, it becomes mud. A water droplet falls on the lotus leaf, it becomes dew. If it falls in oyster, it becomes pearl. It's all about association. So we all are seeking good association. When there is no supply of good association, then there is no upliftment, and then we are facing these issues in depression, and anxiety, and anger, and all of this happens. But once we come in holy association, then we change. A class example, is of the hippies becoming happies. How come hippies who are into marijuana, LSD, illicit sex, rock and roll, now they are becoming a hardcore spiritualist? What a diametrically opposite transformation. Wow. But how did this happen? A great saint from India, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, an ambassador of Vedic culture, Indian culture, Bhakti culture, he went to USA, fed them with prasadam, sanctified food. He gave them his elderly, his warm, his sublime, his spiritual, wisdomful association. He gave them the holy name, and those hippies who were living absolutely dirty, stinky, directionless life, now they became so much substantial, so much meaningful, so much purposeful in their life. How come this happened? Because of the association. Earlier people used to go even to, they would walk for kilometers for good association. So are we really seeking association rightly in our lives? We should seek ourselves. We should ask ourselves, are we seeking such association? We don't seek such association. And that's why there's no change of desires, there's no change of aptitude. We become desperate for something when there is association. When desires become very concentrated, it becomes desperation. And from desperation comes determination. But from where would come desperation and determination? It comes from good association. Achhi sangati, we should have good association. So we should actually have fixed our calendar. Okay, take out calendar. On such and such day, I am just going for good association. Yes, I'm going to a such and such temple. Okay, I'll listen to the holy name. Yes, we should book our calendars. We keep such association as a last priority. Time milega, to kar lenge. We'll have some time. We'll do. Yeah. But whom are we cheating? Whom are we bluffing? We are bluffing our own selves. For such self-development activities, we should book calendar. For everything else, we book calendar, but not for this. How many of us book calendar to read? Many people, well, time milega to. But we'll have time, yeah, we'll read. So we should also book calendar for this. Just like for all other meetings and obligations and duties, we book calendar. So we should also book calendar for this. And at that time when somebody is coming, we can say, well, at that time I'm going for good association. So I'll see you some other time. Can I meet you after 1 hour? Yeah, we should do that. Because we are not doing this. So that's why the change is not happening. And we are having this depression issues and anger issues. You see, there's not even a single case in entire history of creation, not even a single case study of somebody committing suicide being a spiritualist. Not even a single case of suicide. On the other hand, materialistic people, they keep committing suicide. Even from power industry, glamour industry. Arey, people come for selfies with you, Amma. They go for autographs. Why are you committing suicide? बस, पता नहीं क्या है, मरना है. कहाँ है? Ganda brand phenyl. Wow. This is what they do. So that's why you see in the case of materialistic people, so many cases of suicide. In India nowadays, every 40 seconds, somebody commits suicide. Sorry, in the world, in every 40 seconds, somebody commits suicide. Every 40 seconds, you count 40 and somebody decides, well,
no,
in fact, the number of people committing suicide is twice the number of the people getting killed by somebody else. That means people are dying because of their own selves than somebody else. So that's why we have to give it a priority. Anything which will be given priority will have time. So there is no such thing as time management. It's all priority management.
Yesterday, in fact,